We are back on Operation Shitbox.
Operation Shitbox!
We've been a little bit inactive with this lately. We've just been waiting for a load of parts to arrive, but the Eagle has landed. As you can see, we have now got more than enough bits here to be cracking on and making a start. We've got bearings for everything, front wheel bearings, rear wheel bearings, swing arm bearings. We're going to be doing all of that, fork seals, you name it. We've made one small bearing business owner very, very happy, that's for sure. So we've got so much to do with this one. It's basically going to be a complete strip down and rebuild. So the way I'm going to do it is tackle it bit by bit, video by video, and just build this thing back up to the masterpiece I'm sure it once was. Today, first thing I want to focus on is this clutch. When we bought the bike, the guy did say to us that the clutch wasn't working, or it was sticking, or wouldn't release, or something like that. But we couldn't test it at the time because we had no master cylinder. But now I've got one of these. We're going to install this one today. We're going to bleed it through, make sure the push rod is disengaging the clutch, and work through all the gears. After I've done that, I'm still going to take off this clutch side and inspect the clutch, because we have got a new clutch. So if this one's worn or showing any signs of wear, I'm just going to stick in the new one. I also want to take off this case in here to clean that up and make that look a bit nicer. So yeah, I want to get all this off anyway. There's not even any split pins in there, look. These pegs are just going to come off. Oh, this thing is the gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, like I say, we've not really done anything since the last video. I've just given it a good wash, because you can't start work on a dirty bike. Tell a lie, I have done the seat cover. I would have liked to have videoed this, but I just stuck a staple in and got a bit carried away. But look how nice that looks. She's going to be a beauty when she's finished. I can just see it. I can just see it. Mate, she looks a ripper. All I did with that one was use a staple gun and some contact adhesive. But she's looking sick. So yeah, just grabbing this new one. So you can see the hose they've installed on this one is just completely wrong. The way the banjo comes out like this is just not right. This is the correct one. You can see the angle on it. This is supposed to go on the inside, tuck in there out the way, because this one sticking out like that is just dangerous. What's the matter? I thought you'd like danger. But right, without further ado, let's get this old one off, get this cable off, get the new one on, bleed it through, and then see if we've got an operating clutch. Let's get it. Look at that thing. Right, now we can pull the old one off. Right, let's just take this tank off and get that out of the way. That should just lift off. Nice. Right, let's start installing this new master cylinder. So it's given us a new banjo bolt, but it's got no bleed nipple on it. So how do they expect us to bleed it? So we're going to have to reuse the old one, which is fine. We're just going to replace the copper washers on there because they look knackered. Okay, also a copper washer for this end. Might get the banjo bolt, one copper washer on the outside and then another one on the inside. Right, so the master cylinder is all installed, the cable is in, the banjo is on. You can see how much better that one sits in there, very nice. So now we just got to get some fluid in there and get it bled and see if we've got a functioning clutch. So we've got two ways of doing this. We can either blow fluid through, or we can suck it down and out. So we're just going to go with the traditional way first and just suck it down and through. That way we've got gravity on our side. If that fails, we'll try another way. First, take off the reservoir cap. Get your fluid. Try not to make a mess. Yeah. So we've topped up the master cylinder with fluid. Now we're going to draw it through the hose until we get a constant flow of fluid coming through this pipe. Knock it off. There we go, that's all bled. We've put the cap back on. We've definitely got a clutch here. Now we're just going to see if it works. So when you kick it into gear, when we pull the clutch in, the wheel should still spin, meaning that the clutch is disengaged. Spin to first. Now pull the clutch in, the wheel should spin. No. Okay. Try in third. No. Okay. So clutch isn't working, which means we're going to have to take off this clutch side here and investigate a little bit more. So like matey said, the clutch was sticking or something wasn't right. But anyway, we're going to do that tomorrow now. So if you want to see what's going on, drop us a follow and help us investigate. Bosh.